The Year 400 raffle is here in Hypixel Skyblock, and I'm going to show you guys my secret methods to optimize your chance of winning big prizes to get the most coins. Let's get into it. But first, this advice is only for the members of the pink team. So if you're not on the pink team, then there's some weird bug in the admins decided to delay the raffle till next week starting on February 7th. So don't even bother logging on until then, especially if you're on the blue team. Anyways, the Year 400 raffle is super simple. There are a bunch of daily tasks that you can complete to earn tickets and get cakes to feed other players and get even more tickets. Those tickets are automatically entered into speed, daily, and the big one raffles. Speed raffles use all of your tickets from the last 2 hours, daily raffles use all of your tickets from that day, and the big one uses all of the tickets you've earned throughout the entire event. So if all the tickets are automatically entered, then how are we supposed to increase our odds of getting rare prizes? Well, there's something quite interesting that I've been researching. You see, in my last video, I explained how entering the same number of tickets into different events can actually increase your odds depending on how many tickets other players entered into the events. So for the past 2 days, I've been tracking the amount of tickets entered and the number of players on the server for each of the raffles, and I've got some very interesting data. To see the trend easier, I plotted it on 2 graphs. In the red, we have the number of players, and in the blue, we have the number of tickets entered every 2 hours. You see, the number of players varies throughout the day, with more people playing during the daytime and less at nighttime, but we don't see a correlation between the number of tickets entered and the players online. But the number of tickets does decrease throughout the day. This is very interesting. This is because as players complete their quests, feed other people cakes, and hit their cake eating limit, they can no longer gain tickets. Most players are just doing their tasks and eating cakes to get it out of the way or just because, but we can plan when to get our tickets so that we can optimize our tickets entered to be around these times and get the highest odds of winning the speed raffles. Typically, this is later in the day, or if you have a different time zone than me, as close to the end of the daily quest resets as possible. Now, I do think that you should do this before the last raffle of the day because it is possible that some people are going to panic and just have to finish their tasks last minute, but the data doesn't really support this. Also, there's no penalty for missing raffles, but I do recommend getting at least 1 ticket into each speed raffle because there is a consolation prize where you'll get an additional cake slice if you enter anywhere from 1 to 9 cake slices. Then, for 10 cake slices and above, you'll gain 2 slices at 10 and an additional slice for every 5 tickets you've put into the raffle on top of that. Now, this works unless, hypothetically, the admins just decide to randomly reset the daily tasks at 7 p.m. EST 5 hours before they were supposed to reset, but this would never happen, right? Right? I mean, come on, I was in the middle of doing my daily quests. I just killed Ashfang, and I was going to kill some more of these desert mobs and try to get a Vanquisher, but then I noticed that I immediately got the raffle firework. I figured I just got lucky and spawned a super fast Vanquisher, but I saw that I completed my spider and zombie killer tasks. You know, that's odd. I already got those earlier when I was doing dungeons, and then I checked and the admins reset the quest. So I missed out on at least 40 tickets and 90 if the admins also reset the cakes eaten for that day. I was so mad, so I decided to let out my anger in the only way I knew how. Go into dungeons and kill all of the admins. This is what happens when you reset stuff without telling us. Die! Die! I feel much better now. I don't know what got into me there. So let's just go over all of the ways that we can earn tickets and how we're supposed to optimize getting the most tickets at the best times. So there are 4 ways to get tickets. Every 20 minutes, you'll get a ticket for playtime, a max of 24 per day. You'll get 1 ticket per task completed, with a max of 63 tasks. You'll get 1 ticket per cake eaten, with the chance of bonus prizes from the cakes giving even more tickets, which is guaranteed at least 50 tickets per day. And you'll get 1 ticket per cake given, and prizes along with the cakes because they work similarly to how gifts work, to where both the giver and the receiver get the prize. Side note, I don't think that the playtime one was reset at the end of the day unless I just got super unlucky and I'm getting no tickets for playtime. I mean, maybe the admins will fix this, or maybe they've already fixed this and just decided to screw me over in particular. So you can get 24 tickets from playtime, 63 tickets from tasks, 50 guaranteed tickets from cakes eaten, and a miscellaneous amount based on the prizes from cakes and the amount of cakes given. Now, most of these are hard capped for a guaranteed daily ticket amount of 137 tickets, but notice how there's no limit on the amount of cake that you can give. It's also really convenient because you can keep these cakes in your backpack or ender chest and use them all at once whenever you want to. I mean, just look how caked up I am right now. This makes it super convenient to give the cakes whenever we want. Now, for completing tasks, hypothetically, you could just log in and complete those tasks during better times, but this is pretty lame. And come on, it's 3 perk Paul. I would rather squirt lemon juice into my eyes than miss 3 perk Paul. Anyways, we've got to minimize our tasks completed throughout the day until we want to complete them. Now, there are 7 tasks associated with dungeons, 2 more if you need to claim dungeon chests, but Croesus helps us delay this. Now, let's go through some other portions of the game that also have tasks associated with them. If you want to do farming, there are only 2 tasks. This is because you don't actually get the rewards for Jacob's contest unless you actually claim it from Jacob, and I've got a lot of contests ready to claim for this one. Slayers can be anywhere from like 2 to 4 depending on which type of Slayer you do. Mining, again, depends on the type of mining that you do and the area that you're in, because there's 1 per region of commissions, 2 for golden and diamond zombies, 2 in the crystal hollows for spawning a Thist and killing an automaton, and 2 in the glaciate tunnels for spawning a mineshaft and opening an umber or tungsten corpse. There are also a bunch of miscellaneous tasks throughout the game, but the ones you have to be really careful about and try to avoid are a lot of these easy ones, such as getting a buff from a sentry cake, enchanting an item, reforging an item, buying and selling items from NPCs, entering the rift, activating the time tower in the chocolate factory, and a bunch of random ones for just killing a bunch of mobs. But if you remember from earlier, you can actually do one of these tasks every 2 hours so you don't accidentally complete them. Now, another piece of advice, I suggest you look in each speed raffle in the last 30 minutes or so before you feed a bunch of people your cake. You see, sometimes the event might just randomly have a spike in tickets, so just be very careful to avoid this. Now, in the raffle milestones for raffle milestone 6, there's an item called the Gift Bag of the Century. Now, you can use this item to claim any minor reward from the prize pool. I suggest either a Loudmouth Bass or the Rune Book. This is because these are the 2 most valuable items that are currently selling for the most coins. The Rune Book is kinda weird though, because most people are only selling it through auction instead of bin. I mean, this is actually really smart because it raises the price of the item so people pay more for it. This is a good time to talk about item prices. Now, the values of these items will likely change a lot. I do believe that the prices will go down a bit over the course of the event, but only for some of them. And so far, it's not looking like they're going to go down that much. But for some items, like the Rune Book Talisman, Tokens of the Century, Diana's Bookshelf, you're really going to want to get these items and buy them before the end of the event, because then they're just going to increase in price, just like the Necron's Ladder did, for the next 100 years. So don't forget to buy these items, and if you win them, especially the ones I just listed, hang on to them for a while and see how much they can go up in price. So yeah, I think that's all the tips and advice I've got on how to maximize profit for the year 400 raffle. So if you enjoyed or learned anything useful, then don't forget to subscribe. Also comment down below and let me know if you've won anything good from the raffle event so far. All I've won is this Flying Pig, Loudmouth Bass, and Small Brain Enchanted Book Bundle. I mean, hopefully I'll win some better stuff during the rest of the event with these strategies. And also feel free to check out my previous video on the raffle right here, because I think that it's got some more useful tips and is really funny. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.